Hello and welcome to the show. Now, when we film team adventures on Forza Horizon 4, every evening we'll film two. The best one will be the one that makes it into the video for that particular week. There may be various reasons why stuff doesn't work. Maybe the team balancing is a little bit wrong. Sometimes you just don't get particularly exciting races from my point of view. Either I've got a fast car or just end up in no man's land. There can be a number of reasons why a team adventure ends up not being used. However, sometimes in these less than great adventures, there are some really rather good races. So, for today, I've got a compilation, if you will, of some of the best races that you won't have seen. Most cars, there might be some other front-wheel drives, there's a lot of Clio V6s, there's a few 205 T16s, so my driveline isn't great. Now, for full tarmac races like this one, for example, it won't matter too much. I'm going to lose a lot off the start line, we know this much. However, it is going to get better. This car is very quick in the corners, shall we say. So I'm hoping, yeah, we can make up some time. Impega has an insane rocket ship of a Renault 5. It's probably going to be undrivable through most of a lap, but when it gets to that start-finish straight, it isn't. Let me look at it go. That thing is ridiculous. So yeah, I'm going to have to make up my positions in the corners, and I don't think I'm actually that bad in a straight line. Not in the grand scheme of things compared to normal cars. We are connected on the back of the Renault. It's not really where I want to be. Okay, the Renault's got absolutely no grip. Not that it's going to matter too much as we come onto here. I think Longbow had to try and get a checkpoint, and that went a little bit wrong. Go, Impega, go! Use the speed! The blue team are managing to play ping-pong with their own car. So yeah, I'm actually pretty good for straight line speed here. Unfortunately, I'm just stuck behind a wall of blue team cars. Can we get underneath something? Maybe. Okay, currently, points. Looking good. Dominantly, because we're all managing to fight over minor positions, and that seems to be working okay for for the rest of Red 2. Oh, someone missed a checkpoint. Was that one of our... No, it wasn't one of our cars, so that's fine. We're going to be on the outside here. We'll be past the Renault 5. We can clear that. We're going to go chasing after the DS3 if we can get that before we come on to... by turn 1 we might be able to get it in the braking zone. Now, the Bugatti is an interesting, brave choice. It could be theoretically very fast. Generally, all-wheel drive swap classic race cars can be monstrous machines. There's that Renault with many speeds, but not much in the way of braking. A lot of cars, a lot too many cars, in fact, in front of me. We're going to try and sneak our way past the DS3 through all of that, and we'll try and sneak our way past Bugatti as well. It's getting a little bit busy in all of this. It's just a smidge busy through here. Blue team are not having the best of times. That's going to be a dive across there. We're all good. We're all good. And we are now up into a 4th position. Could we go chase down the leading Clio by the end of this? I don't know. We've got to worry about the DS3. That seems pretty similar pace to us. I haven't seen the mad Renault 5 for a while. I think the corners are getting the better of it, let's be honest. This circuit, there is a long start-finish straight that is nice having that top-end speed, but there is some very fiddly sections around the back end of the circuit, and if you are all power and no grip, you lose a lot of time. One long straight, not quite enough. One of our cars, one of our V6s, well, it might not have a V6 in it anymore, one of our Clios clonked the wall and lost every bit of momentum, and that's it done for. And that puts me up to 2nd. We'll bounce across the infield a little bit. Yeah, that puts me up to 2nd now. We've got a Clio that's definitely wanting to be a tripod around some of these corners. We've got one lap. We've got one lap to catch it. The Megane is fast. Again, at a normal tarmac circuit, this Megane works very well. Now, the all-wheel drive stuff, when we... on dirt, you can get away with front-wheel drive a little bit. I think in winter it's going to be a lot tougher. The all-wheel drive cars are going to have I'm going to have an advantage. I'm just hoping I can be the best of the two-wheel drives. Wow, that really is a lot of tripoding from the Clio. That's a mad amount of tripoding going on through there. I'm not going to be able to do anything here, though. It's too narrow. And I also don't want to take out my teammate who is leading the race. I want to find a way past. I want to find a way past, legit. Can we do it here? I mean, we won't do it on the way in. It's can we get a good enough exit to set up a pass. This isn't actually a particularly easy track to overtake on. With the nature of these corners. Oh, I'm going to just understeer it into a wall. Yeah, the nature of these corners is actually quite difficult to get a pass done. Unless we can outdrag the Clio, I don't think I can do much about it. Here it is, the drag race on the line. Clio's got me covered here. Can't do anything about it, unfortunately. Oh, the game. Well, this time the game gives it to me. Nope, it was not an earned one. That will go to the Clio. Clio deserves that victory. The DS3 gets up to third. The modern Megane claims fifth. The mad Renault 5 still scores 100 points, but didn't really work around this track. Either way, round one goes to Red Team. So, we head next to the Broadway Village Circuit. Will it be another round of front-wheel drive domination? I have a nice spot on the grid game. Thank you. Thank you for that. I mean, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed my Golf will be good. We're starting, yeah, quite well up. And I believe the MG has crazy amounts of power. Probably why it was not very good on the dirt. So that will bugger off towards turn one at alarming rate, but it probably won't get round turn one very well. So there is that. And also a lot of chaos just went on in the hallway. I don't know whether you've heard that on the microphone. There was some kittens scrambling around. God knows what they were doing. Oh, all the all-wheel drive cars are around me, and all the all-wheel drive cars are going to beat me to turn one. So we might have some work to do here. All the all-wheel drive cars with more straight-line speed than me beat me to turn one, but I've got so much more grip than everybody here. 3 wide is very dangerous. That was asking for trouble on the outside, I'll be honest. I was hoping I could maybe sneak through. It was ambitious. It was very ambitious, that. And it didn't work. At the end of the day, very, very, very much didn't work. Oh, lots of understeery cars. I'm in a very good handling car in the middle of all of this. So much more grip than everything around at the moment. Me and Fluffy are going to find out pretty quickly that this is not a fun group to be. Well, it could be an interesting race that we're going to end up in here. Potentially. I have a horrible feeling what's going to happen is we're going to get stuck, not really being able to overtake necessarily, or keep getting sort of passed by the power cars. Jesus, the Scirocco's going for it down towards the first corner. But now, you see, the issue is I cannot take, bloody hell, I cannot take my normal line because the Scirocco's in the way. I want to get through here relatively calmly. I just want to get out of that. I don't want to be a part of any of that and just run away. You guys sort yourself out. I'm no part of that anymore. We are thankfully well clear and go chase after the leaders. Jesus, their cars are so struggling through the twisty sections. I think I could potentially even win this despite the horrible start if I don't get past before turn one. Basically, if I can get left alone for long enough, don't make any silly mistakes, we might be able to do something about the cars ahead. We know this is the painful bit. How am I going to be clear of the Scirocco? I'm just hoping it doesn't want to have a dive at the first corner. It would be a long way back, and I don't think it has the... It's probably not that dissimilar to the Golf. It doesn't quite have the brakes or the grip of my Volkswagen. Now, this is the section here where we make up so much time on these 3 blue cars. Can we, or blue team cars, I should say, not actual blue cars. Can we go around the outside of the Benz, build up to the inside of the MG, and oh, there goes the Scirocco. Actually, that's good news for us. We made a gap through all of that, and our teammate came through, as did the 350Z. Oh, now the points are starting to swing back in our direction. Got to watch out for the MG, though. The MG has crazy speed, and that will outdrag us to the finish line unless we are well clear of it. So do a bunch of their cars. This is going to be a really jumbled order, because whatever way round we are is going to change on that drag race to the line. Christ, it really does change quite a lot. we're going to have a huge dive. And there's a very aggressive dive, but I have to do it. There's no other way. I have to make up my lap time through there. I can't afford to be held behind the MG through turn 1, so we have to go with the big dive. It was safely done. You know, there was no contact. I have the brakes to do it. That's the difference in performance, different in style of build, if you will, between them two cars. See, we so fast through that midsection. I don't know. Lap time wise, it'd be very interesting to see. Sadly, we can't. The game never gives you a lap time when you're doing a team adventure. I'd be interested to see my lap time compared to the Toyota ahead, because I feel like we weren't fighting cars. Maybe we could, although it's... Now we've both got clear of traffic, it has run away, or it has stayed out there. So I reckon we'll be doing very, very similar lap times. But just in very, very different places. Like gaining speed in very different places, gaining lap speed in very, very different ways. Come on, throw the Golf. Probably not a good idea to hit the fence. The thing is, if I'm not past it by now, it doesn't even matter if I overtake it. Like, if I overtake it, we might even be able to have a dive, either at the final corner or the next braking zone. Even if I do, I can't beat it to the finish line anyway. I'd take a dive given half a chance. But, so yeah, we are going to get past there. In fact, the defensive line might have given it some trouble. Oh, this is going to be very close in some ways, because I can carry absolutely mega speed through there, which the Toyota can't. It might be too far back, you know. All of its straight line speed might not do this. Oh, we snuck it at the end. Is that going to be enough for a red team victory? It might just be enough. We have to get Leopard across in 10th. If that can beat the Scirocco... No, it didn't! Oh, blue team snatch it back. Oh, bugger me. We almost got it. We so nearly got it on that. I came from a long way back on that final lap to make that work. So the speed of the Golf is phenomenal. I think Fluffy was just stuck in traffic in what was a similarly quick car to mine. Didn't get through the field quite as quickly, and I got free. Blue team take the round win, and we'll take the adventure. We're now playing for the honour points. So, we are back off-road. The Tarn Howls Scramble is the Aston's best chance of doing well. Pretty much. I mean, this and Ambleside are going to be the DBR1's best shot of doing good. I don't think I can beat the Maserati or the Alphas. I think they've got too much. I think they've got too much acceleration and too much grip. I will probably be better at the really technical stuff, but I'll get outclassed too much regardless. So we'll find out. You know, we will find out. This is kind of what the car was built for. If we're not faster than everything else, I'll be a bit disappointed. My building skills, car choice, obviously not quite there. If it doesn't work well enough through this, got to try and not fall over. That would be good. Now, don't have to worry about the water. I don't know if there's ice patches on this. I don't think so. To deal with as we head up towards the hairpin for the first time. Now, we're going to take a much tighter line through there. Now, we're going to be slower on the exit because of that. Annoying. Look at this, the speed. That's the speed the Alpha can get on that high line. Is crazy. Yeah, that... Oh, another Alpha having a look. Oh, and there goes the really old Benz. And I'm now falling back to 5th in all of this. Red team, we've got some good points once more. Oh, that's a lot of understeer. I just threw it flat out through there. Didn't quite get my turn-in point right, and paid the price at the end of the day. Oh, I want to not fight. I want to get past the Alpha on the bit that I can, which is that sort of corner. Can we go chasing off after these next two blue cars? Oh, eccentric's gone. E-type down. Hit the bump. That went for a big tumble there. It's a huge roll. I mean, that bump is no one to catch cars out. Kind of surprised to see that roll in. Again, I wasn't expecting to see. These are some very expensive rolls that we have going on here. Oh, Leathercat missed a checkpoint? Or thought she did. No, did miss, has fallen back. So it stayed behind me for a while. which was mildly concerning. We're third, leader's not too far away, so there's a chance. Okay, I can carry way more speed through that final corner than I can take that corner flat. I had to panic and change everything because I was going to run in the back of the Merc, but I can do it. So we can get underneath it through here. We have the grip and we have the speed. Do we want third? No, fourth is probably where it's at. Now the P3 is going to be twitchy and possibly difficult to drive through some of these corners. Anyone's going to get caught out on that hidden horrible bump. Oh, that's too much speed from me. Through there, that's not good news. Now the Merc's going to make life awkward for me because I'm not going to be in the right place through all of this. I'm just going to jump on the power as early as I dare. Come on. It is close to being good, this car. I've built a lot worse. I've raced a lot worse. However, this isn't quite there. It needs whether a different engine would have been the way to go, whether the 3.2 i6 would have been the one to go for. That could work maybe, rather than the Turbo Rally standard engine. But it's not quite quick enough overall. There's a chance at a win at this circuit, which I'm hoping we can take, but this is about the only circuit where that chance is realistic, barring, you know, real weirdness happening at other tracks. Can we not duck underneath yet? Yeah, you see, this is where we give the P3 some trouble through all of this. It's now going to have to start worrying. Unfortunately for me, can defend, and means I have to take different lines. Now the Benz made a bit of a mistake. The Benz got in trouble trying to get through there. Again, the P3's out very wide through here. We're up alongside. Now I can't beat it in terms of straight line speed, but we're closer than we've been before. We're gaining ground each lap, and I can be flat through this final corner. We're right on the rear of the Alpha one more time around. Come on, Aston Martin. Can you make something happen on this last lap? We are... Oh, too much understeer. Too much understeer. I got that wrong. I was trying to find a way past the Alpha, and we just got way too much understeer. Now, not going to make it stick there. Can I get... No. Actually, the Alpha got perfect speed through that one. I think we're done for. We got as close as I was going to get. I think fastest lap-wise, I am maybe a smidge quicker, but it is not going to be enough. I was hoping I could run on a high line there and get some acceleration off the corner, but apparently no. When other cars get that high line, they get lots of speed. When I take the high line, we get murdered. I'll slide back past the Benz, and I'll keep it behind for the high-speed final turn. But, it's not enough. I tried everything. Good race. Another very, very good fun race. The Aston came pretty good that time around. Just not quite. Not quite enough. Not quite enough. The Maserati climbed up to 4th, having gone to the back of the field for fun. Oh no! I think we lost the win on the end. At the very end, we lost it. We were like 50 points to the good, or I think we were 100 points to the good, possibly. But it's gone. It's gone away from us there. Not quite the result I hoped for, but at least a rather good race. So, to finish off this adventure, this is the 5th race, I did count. We have won, but Blue Team could still take a consolation round victory, although this is probably more likely to favour the Red Team cars. The Blue cars were quick on technical dirt, basically, and our cars have been generally better. I suspect might be the Fair Lady that wins again. This might be a track that my car is best suited to, in all honesty. Even then, though, it's going to be a tall order, and I would probably have needed to have started at the front and the Fair Lady at the back to... I say to win. I mean, we won on the streets. To actually be outright faster would be a surprise to me. As good as this car has been, it's just not quite there. I don't know whether it's... I think it's just a lack of parts almost to make it work in C-Class. There's only so much I can do with the car. And now the hill here and the long straight is going to be nice to my vehicle. Although if it's nice to my vehicle, you've got to bear in mind it's nice to the Ferrari as well. It's also nice to the Toyota that wasn't bad when it came to these faster circuits. Now, I do not want to be on the outside through here. The Fairlady is going to be a monster through that corner, probably flat out. I would expect. The Scout is going to be very quick in some of these sections. I'm going to run into a wall of traffic here. Come on. Oh, that's fine. The Fairlady is going to be a little bit of an awkward place through all of this, but we'll give it some space. No need to fight too much at this point in time. At this point in the circuit, let's not do anything stupid. We should be able to go around the outside of the Austin. Oh, keep your foot down. Do not lift. Even if you're on the grass, you do not lift. We're going to go past the Toyota. We're going to make it 3 wide towards the finish line. Christ, that's close, shall we say. That is very close indeed. The Ferrari's going to really struggle to pull that one up through the second part of that. Okay, so the Imp now leads the way. Not the car perhaps that we were expecting up at the front, but there is an Imp leading the way. Fairlady dives across the inside. Fairlady has got a horrible group of cars around it. Much I'm sure it was having the problems at Edinburgh, is that we've got now the two big Italian speedy cars are going to be in the way of every corner. And that's a pain, basically. That is a pain to deal with, because we're so far gone. Oh, there was a issue for the Ferrari. I think that's had a controller malfunction. That's either a controller malfunction or a disconnection. Whatever, it's disconnection. The Ferrari is out of the race. That is rather unfortunate for Blue Team. I mean, they had a slim chance in this, but that's kind of blowing that chance. Come on, Lambo. Put a wheel on the grass, that's fine. How fast is the Imp down the straights? How fast is it in the corners? I've not really seen it. I've not really been close enough to race it yet. I know all the other red team cars because we've been around them. We are faster top end. I think the Imp accelerates quite well, but we are faster top end. Obviously, the Imp's not so amazing through the corners. It's better than me, but not by crazy margins. This lap, I don't know if I'm going to be close enough. Next lap might be, if we're going to get a pass, it might have to be on the final lap, and I think I know where I'm going to have to do it. Well, what I'm going to have to do is be very good out of the hairpin and get the car before the sweeper. I don't want to be side by side going into the sweeper, because I will lose that battle. The other option is to not go for an overtake into the sweeper and line it up to the next corner. Let's give it a go. Okay, not quite. Yeah, the other option is to line it up here and have a huge dive. Problem is, I'm now trying to overtake a car that outhandles me, and if we fight like this too much, we will probably let the Fairlady catch up. It was worth a go. It was perhaps actually a little cumbersome from me through all of that, but no massive harm done. What I can do now is hopefully pounce, maybe even on the run towards the first corner. If we can be clear before that, that would be good. The long straights are kind of killing the Fairlady a little bit. Oh, that was close. There was just enough space left by all involved. We made it work. Now, let's not miss the checkpoints. Don't miss the checkpoints. Through the first couple of corners we go. That's all good. Up towards. Now, the Imp will get alongside. I'm not that fast because I'm much, much closer. We will outrun it. We will outdrag it long before the sweeper. And we know we can still outdrag it long before the start-finish line. The Fairlady closes in massively through half the lap, but is so far back because of this straight and the start-finish straight that I say it doesn't matter. It's still setting a good lap time, but it isn't enough to challenge. Christ, I get so much distance down that back straight. I'm glad I gambled with this car, you know. I'm actually really glad I gambled, and I've finally got one of these to actually be half decent as we jump our way towards the final few corners. The Imp is going to close a little bit. I mean, Blue Team they had problems with disconnections. That's always going to be a bit tough, especially when it's your perhaps main challenger here. It's not quite gone their way. As we head up towards the finish line, the Lamborghini will take its second victory, and that one was more well earned. That one, I think it was probably the fastest car on the circuit. Yeah, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 for a red team. Not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. The speed of that circuit, I thought the blue team cars just couldn't work with the speed of that that particular track. Turns out the Rama is pretty good in C-Class. I really wasn't sure if that was going to work or not. It was an experimental one. I'm happy to say pretty good results. Happy to say very, very good results, all things considered. 2 seconds, 2 firsts. Okay, 1/4 on a full-on dirt circuit, but yeah, can't complain. There we go. That is going to be it for this team adventure. If you would like to sign up to take part in the next one, you can via our forums. There'll be a link in the description. Find the FailRace versus the community section, and you can sign up in there. That, though, shall be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.